Hello, everybody. How are you today? This video in my exposed program is regarding the friendzone. Even though there is obviously a lot of videos already that is called uh, how to deal with the friendzone, could be either for men and women, but obviously maybe it's much better to talk about what is the problem with men and when they're why they are put in the friend zone, especially by beautiful women. Okay, the problem over here is most of the time is because themselves they put themselves into the friend zone. The friend zone is when you show yourself only as a friend, and sometimes this could happen when you also don't want to have anything with the girl or with the woman that you are dealing with. Maybe you don't really want anything else like romantic with that woman. As I mean, present could be either for men and women as well. Some men they don't want to have any serious relationship with any women, and they also put in the friend zone on some women that they might like them. So now, pretty girls, obviously, they know they are already pretty. They already know that. And especially since right now men put it in a pedestal and everything like that, obviously they know they have a high value. And you can see in the Instagram and all the social medias how many followers they have, how many pictures they upload. Every time they upload a picture on Instagram, Facebook, or even on the YouTube channel, you'll see how many likes and everything they have, especially more women. Men could be the same way, but men could be even could be because they are already an attractive man, or could be because they are giving some information that has some value towards the people that are watching this social media like YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and obviously Instagram. So, for example, I'm just putting these pictures of very beautiful girls, model type girls, and if you have an average looking, most of the time you will see that you will tell yourself, I will not have any chance towards one of these girls because these girls, most of the time, their friends are very attractive men, or could be they might go out with men that they have a lot of money. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about stability. Always is being mentioned through the ages if it is possible for a woman to fall in love with you. It is possible in the way that when a woman respects you and loves you, is because it's more because of your physical attributes, more because the way you treat her and the way you value yourself. That's very important. Um, I used to have a cousin that was overweight, not that much, but it was overweight. Just I overweight as well while working on myself. That he knew how to make women to fall in love with him, and it was the way he treated them. And there is one important thing about this: even though all these girls were being followed by attractive men, the difference between my cousin and these guys was because he respect himself. He didn't let the girls to disrespect him, and that was something that just catch an eye with some girls that could be subconscious on in a some way they might play with you consciously or unconsciously. So he was very straightforward when he knew he was being put to test and end that game. So they were start, when falling in love with him because he was proving that he was a real man, that he was not going to play games. Simply, if he want wanted to date them and say, no, or we date or there's nothing. Is when there is, I mean, that doesn't mean that, for example, that you are going to date all the women, all the girls. Of course not. Can be a male and a female be friends? Yes, but you have first to know that you don't want nothing to do with her. Maybe you want her as a friend to introduce you to more female friends. So in order that you might like one and one of them will like you as well, because obviously sometimes happens that when you have a friend, a girlfriend as a friend, and he will introduce you to a lot of girlfriends. I mean, and you choose yourself to be single, or you don't want to really date in that moment, even if it is not really nothing serious about it. But one more time, depends on the girl, but depends on the city and country where you live. But we're talking more in the United States of America, obviously, and maybe Europe. And some cities, like for example, Miami, they have more like a freedom. It's like a party city over there, But maybe in LA as well, could be in New York and other cities, Las Vegas. But in other cities, maybe you will find some girls that are not as like a party girls. Let's talk about it. And maybe you will see their education as well. Everybody likes to drink. Everybody wants to have fun. But some of them, like I say, it depends on the education, will behave in some way or another. So if you like a girl, obviously, she will notice that immediately, and you need to let her know as well. If she says, you know what, I like you as a friend, then you have to withdraw. Let's get okay, friends. If she call you back, you need to say that you're busy. Could be the same if the girl is being put into a friend zone. I'm neutral over here. It's for both of you. If you like a guy, you need to look as a busy person. That's it. That you really don't care. Don't be available. But it's for men and women. If that person, for me, a woman that is going to be a friend with you is that you invite one time the dinner and he's going to invite the next time the dinner. That's really a very good friend. I have some like three uh, friends that are female, and they're very good friends. There's nothing romantic. I respect them, and they respect me. Even one of them, she's married, and the husband is my friend as well, and I have all the respect in the world towards that couple. So when you're not available, it's because that person told you that he or he only wants you as a friend. So two things will happen. He might start look into interest with that person because sometimes they put you into a test. What will you say if they only say, "Oh, as a friend"? Okay, you need to go out with other people. There's nothing between you and that person, and that's when you value yourself as well. So it's always to make the other person make a little pursuit. Maybe they will say, "Hey, you know what? Why you don't want to go out with me? Well, you told me we're friends. Well, for me, okay, we're friends, but I'm busy. I'm going out with other people. Or did you change your mind or not? Because, like I said, maybe in 2 or 3 weeks I will go out with you. You might go out with them, but not every week. That's why when women and men put into friend zone um, the other opposite sex, they only date you when they don't have another person to go out. You are the last resort. Is when they put you as a friend. Could be for men and women as well. So the only way that you value yourself is not to be available for that person because you are not the last one. And you're not going to be available. That will call you at the last moment in a Saturday because he or he couldn't go out with another person of interest or simply because they want to test you. You're going to say yes or no in that particular moment. Saturday night or Friday night, you need to say no. The person needs to call you at least 48 hours before the date to go out. That way, that person sees you as a value person, as a high value man or high value woman. It has nothing to do sometimes even with money. There is a lot of people, men, that buy women. I mean, trying to say buy, they buy them stuff and everything like that. And let me tell you something: the more money they spend with a girl, the most disrespectful will be towards them. I'm not saying that you to be selfish, but you're not buying a person. You want that person to value you as a high value human being. Could be a girl, could be a man, but never try to buy a person because that you're disrespecting yourself as well. It's different. You go to a dinner, go to a dinner. You go to a coffee, go a coffee. But don't start buying stuff or everything like that because, like I said, if the girl works or the woman that you want to date works, I mean, she has her money. Most of the American girls, they work. And the problem over here, when men they have a lot of money, they try to impress girls with cars, with flowers, with a lot of stuff, and they are buying them. He doesn't respect you. He's with you because you are buying her a lot of stuff. I mean, since the beginning, I'm not saying go out invite that person, but he needs to respect you. The same thing over here. Uh, for women, don't let a guy that buy you stuff because you will feel to like an object that he's trying to buy. Like I said, there is many women that is like that they want to be like an object, but there is many women that they have their self-respect. You're an independent person, and you want to be seen as a human being of respect, not only because of your beauty, but what inside your brain, your heart, what you offer yourself in this world besides the attractiveness in the looks. That's why, for example, these two very beautiful girls that I have on my sides as the image. I mean, obviously, all men say, what a beautiful girl you are. But what is inside your heart? What is inside your brain? Your intelligence, the way you interact with people. If you have a good heart towards children, towards animals, towards the world, if you value yourself much more than only looks, that's what is important in a human being. The same in a man. Could be a guy that has all the looks and everything like that, but maybe he's just a piece of shit, and he doesn't care about the world. I'm not talking about that to be a nice guy. You can be a good guy and still get the respect because nobody will disrespect you. When we talk about a bad guy, it's not a bad person that wants to do harm towards the world. It's a person that talks straight to you the way he is. It's a bad boy in the sense that he respects himself and will not tolerate any games towards him. The same a girl. This world should end about playing games or all that stuff. Now with all the social media, a lot of stuff has happened, and people are starting to feel that they are more like a human being. But like I say, friend zone is because you put yourself and they put you in the friend zone, girl or a guy. Don't be available for that person because you are only in a long list, and then you don't want to be the last person that will invite in a Friday night or a Saturday, and you say, "Oh yes, I'm available." No, you're not available because you already have plans, and that's the way you're going to get out of the friend zone. Because that way it will say, "Oh, this guy or this girl doesn't want to play games with me," and that's it. Respect yourself. Not unfortunately, not all the girls, all the guys will like you, or they want to go out with many people as well, or they don't want any relationship. But if you're desperate for a relationship, that's why you are not really loving yourself because you need another person to be happy. And first, you need to love yourself and to be happy by yourself. That you don't need anybody. If somebody's going to be a companionship, it's because it's what it says. It's a companion to go out, to chat, to share the world, not to play games. Okay. Thank you very much for watching my video. Stay tuned for another video during the weekend.